Y'all remember last year when those Haitians were under a bridge in Texas and how angry the governor was and how angry Joe Biden was, and they didn't want them here. They wanted them to go back over to Mexico. They wanted to fly, and they did actually fly some of them out back to Haiti. And you remember, Haiti had went through a natural disaster. They had that earthquake, right? Well, listen to what they're saying to the Ukrainians that are here illegally in America. Tens of thousands of Ukrainians can stay in the US without fear of deportation. Whew, it's been a week filled with double standards, haven't it? Yes, it has. The Biden administration will grant temporary protection from deportation to tens of thousands of Ukrainians who already live in the US. The Department of Homeland Security announced Thursday that it has designated Ukraine for temporary protected status. Temporary protected status. Y'all, that's more of a status than black men and women that was born and raised here. Temporary protected status, or TPS. That will allow an estimated 30,000 Ukrainians who are temporarily living or studying in the US to stay and work legally for 18 months. Mm, mm, mm. Sure didn't offer that to the Haitians. Russia's premeditated and unprovoked attack on Ukraine has resulted in an ongoing war, senseless violence, and Ukrainians forced to seek refuge in other countries, said Homeland Security Secretary. Well, in these extraordinary times, we will continue to offer support and protection to Ukrainian nationals in the US. And don't be fooled. A lot of these Canadians that are here, many of them are illegal too. But when it comes down to people like this and the Canadians, they're invisible, so they don't go after them. The White House had been under growing protection from immigration advocates and lawmakers not to deport Ukrainians back to a war torn country. Earlier this week, dozens of senators signed a letter urging the Biden administration to designate Ukraine for TPS and asking the administration not to force Ukrainians to return to a war zone. Senator Robert Menendez of New Jersey, the chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, praised the move, ensuring approximately 30,000 Ukrainians in the U.S. can receive the protection they deserve and have an opportunity to work and live in the United States without fear of returning to a country under siege is absolutely right and moral thing to do, Menendez said in a statement. TPS will only, listen, it won't be granted to everybody, will only be granted to Ukrainians who were already present in the US on March 1st, according to DHS. That means it will not apply to more than 1 million Ukrainians who've left to seek refuge in neighboring European countries since the Russia invasion began. TPS is intended to protect citizens from countries where armed conflict and natural disasters make it unsafe. Wow, didn't Haiti go through a natural disaster? I sure saw those people sleeping on the ground. Y'all remember those pictures? I do. Still sent them back. Some of them were deported. It does not provide a pathway to permanent residency. But critics say the program has allowed hundreds of thousands of people to stay in the US indefinitely while TPS is extended, and warned that this time would be no different. Mm-mm-mm. Immigrant advocates hail the move, while also calling the US to do more for Ukrainian refugees. Protecting Ukrainian families from deportation is the least we can do amid a Russian onslaught that has targeted citizens and civilians' infrastructure, said Krish O'Mara, a president and CEO of Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service, in a statement. Wow. Yeah. Billions of dollars are going to them, and now they can walk around here all they want and have no fear of being deported. Mm. Interesting, isn't it? The decision to grant TPS to Ukrainians is an important move that speaks to our history as a safe haven for those facing oppression. Mm. I guess Haitians don't face oppression, y'all. Mm-mm. No, they don't. They don't face that. But at the same time, they urged the administration to prioritize and rebuild our refugee resettlement infrastructure and capacity to continue our legacy as a welcoming beacon of democracy. Yeah, you're only welcoming depending on what the people look like. I mean, y'all have to tell me what you think. I see so many double standards in this. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.